So you're going to a Zoom meeting online and you've never done that before. I'm going to give you 6 tips today so that you can look your best on your next Zoom meeting. My name is Connie Durham and my business is Connie's Clever Concepts.com, and you can go and see some of my blogs there. All right, so first of all, tip number 1, when you're going to a Zoom meeting, you want to check the background. So often, whenever we turn on that camera, we don't think about what's behind us until we're in the middle of it. So the beginning is check your background. You might want to look for an area that has a simple background, or at least no junk, no piles, no stuff, right? All right, the second thing is you want to be sure you're sitting straight up. Because if you're a business person, you want to look like a business person, right? You don't want to be slumping down or doing something strange. You want to make sure that you are sitting straight up. The third thing is you want to be sure your camera is lifted. So very often people put the camera down in front of them because it is their cell phone, right? And they've laid it down and they're looking down into the camera. So you want to lift it up. Now, if you have a selfie stick, you can take a selfie stick and stick it down into a vase. You might need to use a cloth to stuff in around it so it sticks up straight. And now you have an instant camera right in front of you, lifted, so you don't see the shadows of your face, all right? So now you look professional because you're looking straight into the camera, right? The third thing is, that was the third thing. The fourth thing is find a light in your house. You always want to be sure that there is, first of all, no light behind you. You know, that also goes when you're taking pictures. To get a good picture, you do not want light behind the person. You want to make sure the light is in front of the person. So if it's daylight, you could even go close to a window so that you are facing the light from the window. You can go outside if you need to, find a lamp, focus it on your face, but you want to make sure that the light is in front of you, typically not coming up from the ground, but coming straight onto your face so that you don't have shadows. And some of you may have a light that you can use if you do recordings all the time, but this is for the regular person who's just using Zoom and not been using it before. The fifth thing is to mute if you are in a group. On the Zoom, to the bottom left-hand corner is a mute button. When everyone is in a big meeting especially, you want to make sure everybody's muted so you don't hear all that background noise. And then if it's your turn to talk, you can unmute yourself so that you can be heard. Or if you need to ask a question or say something, you can unmute and then be sure and mute again. Now, something I noticed today, because I was just in a Zoom meeting, was that in this big group that I was in, there was just a little picture of the person who was speaking. And here's the thing, when I began to speak, I couldn't see the picture. So I assumed everyone else could see the picture, but I couldn't see the picture. So I kind of wondered if I was being heard or if I was on or not, right? But everybody else sees the picture, but you don't see the picture. So when it's your turn, you're unmuted, they can hear you. And the last thing is number 6, you want to make sure that you're looking straight into the camera. So where is that camera on your phone? Like if I'm not looking at the camera and I'm looking at myself while I talk, this is how I look. So you want to make sure you look at the camera. And what I did when I first started doing recordings was I took a little picture of some family or friends and I cut them out and I taped them right behind the camera so that I could feel like I was looking at somebody when I looked at the camera. So there are my 6 tips to help you with your next Zoom meeting. My name is Connie Durham. I'm with Connie's Clever Concepts. I do a blog on my .com and all kinds of leadership training from the Maxwell, and I would love to hear from you. Thank you for watching.